Welcome to Fact or Freestyle.
We discover hidden secrets of BMX.
And now we're going to find out what's going on.
Let's see how far down this rabbit hole we go.
Oh, look at who's here.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. During my session today, my left knee was tight and my lower right back was kind of tender. And so I had to scale back. I'm at the point right now where even if it's like, if I can push through it, I have to be very cautious about injury because the UCI contest is June. I just registered today. They opened registration.
Nice.
So I'm being hyper careful.
No, I hear you.
How's your week been?
Not bad. I just got done traveling to North Carolina for 3 days for work. So it was nice being in warm weather. It was definitely nice.
Did you fly there?
Yeah. Yep. So
What's that like?
Flying into North Carolina?
Well, I mean,
Just flying
is
in
it
general.
still like masked and all that?
Yeah,
malarkey?
I mean, yeah, it's masked and it actually wasn't that bad. So, everybody was wearing masks and being pretty safe. So I wasn't super concerned. What's Dave doing?
I got a lot of I have a shade.
Dave is, I think, rigging like a shade.
But this one actually has a shade on it. This is a different, so we have like four skylights in a room.
So if there's a shade in place right now, I think you should ask for your money back. Because I'm seeing Oppo shade.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, Dave, I owe you an apology that I want to get out of the way right now. Oh, hey, look, Andy, it's happened.
I know.
There is an official Flatland Fuel team.
Yeah. I mean, there's a banner, there's t-shirts. I got to figure out where to get the t-shirts.
I also do. So Dave, I owe you an apology because the other day as I was driving.
No apologies.
Okay, well, let me then I owe you an explanation.
Oh, that's better.
While I was driving, not yesterday when we were talking with Ray, but the day before or 2 days before, I was in traffic and I was talking like a football coach yelling, but it was just because I had to pay so much attention and I have a Jeep and it's loud. I want you to not believe that I was yelling at you. Because that would be damaging and that was not my mood, but it was the vibe because of what I was dealing with. And I realized that yesterday when Ray said, "I don't like this, Joe." And I was like, oh my God, Dave asked me the other day. And it came to mind because you said, "Okay, Joe, is there anything else you want to get off your chest?" And I was like, oh, I think he probably felt like I was unloading.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
I really appreciate your generous offer, and I want to know what I might have that you would like. I've got a really nice crystal.
What is this?
Something nostalgic, maybe. But you know what I have? Look at what I found. I have this. This is probably my oldest tool. Do you guys have one of these?
I do not.
Is that for coaster brake?
Good point. No, it's a Tangy. It's a headset wrench.
Oh my gosh, no.
This is probably the oldest tool that I own.
When headsets
That's
had
awesome.
giant nuts on them.
Yeah, because it's a 30 millimeter and it says Tangy on it. Made
Oh
in
my
Japan.
gosh.
And it's probably one of the first specific bike tools that I bought, and I found it just now going through some stuff in the garage. But
Oh,
I'm
Andy,
so glad they don't
I'm
make.
serious, like, I mean, I would send you this if that's something, but you know, something that I might have that you would like.
No,
Yeah.
maybe,
feel like-
maybe not that I can think of. I mean, that wasn't really the point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Joe, I have an announcement that I just want to share with you.
Oh,
I
wow.
just
Okay.
landed another sponsor. So
Oh, that's great.
Reclamation Bikes has been helping me out, and now I have Pandemic. Have you heard of that company yet?
Yeah.
It's not
I'm
pandemic
sorry?
like
Yeah.
the recent pandemic. This goes way back.
How about the Stoke pandemic or maybe the
It's still
BMX?
pandemic.
Yeah.
Make stickers, please,
Yeah.
Andy. I will put them on my bike. Stoke Pandemic, because that's such a good. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the whole pandemic, as many
Yeah.
people do probably.
Exactly. And in the time when I adopted the name pandemic, I was, it was the metal pandemic. So I was spreading the heavy metal and the brutal metal like a pandemic.
Right.
And now it's kind of taken on this more ominous tone. So actually one of the things I was going to talk about was, if we do talk about this persona, like since I'm adopting a new persona, does the name change along with it?
Oh,
So
it could. I think it can. But
It
I like
should.
the fact that the pandemic is not. So when I first saw it, Andy, I just have to say, I thought, oh, please, like it felt trendy. It felt
Yeah,
trendy.
yeah.
And I'm sorry that right. It felt
No, I
like,
get it.
okay, Andy's being,
Joe,
now that I
Joey
know
told
that it's a
in.
history, it's a different story, Andy. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, but to that same point, it doesn't mean that I have to keep it. I just
Oh yeah. I get you.
my
Yeah.
my last name is just so horrible that it just makes it a little bit easier, and people, it's more, well, now it's definitely more memorable. So there's nothing tying me to that. It's just kind of what I've gone by for the last, I don't know, let's see, 7 years, 6 years,
Cool.
6 years, I think. So
Okay.
Sorry if
what
I'm
do we
a little
got?
distracted, Andy. It's the green room is always that time where I'm trying to get the last bit of things together.
no worries.
So I'm listening.
All
I'm
right.
listening, but I'm also
So-
trying to write something down.
All of us are here to help Dave answer the final few questions related to his show prep, because
Yeah.
we don't want to distract him. We want
Right.
to serve Dave's interest on Green Room today.
And part of my dilemma is I thought I had an hour more. I was out there in the garage just tinkering away, and you know how that time can just like you go into a time warp. And I looked up and I thought it was 9:45 or 9:45. It was 11:45, which is time I needed to go. So I'm feeling pretty good.
What's the beginning?
The beginning is just going to be, you're going to do the beginning, and it's going to be basically that. So unfortunately, Kevin can't be here, but Andy's here and Rodney's here, and we're
And
just
what
going to
am I
make
going to do for the beginning?
for the beginning. I'm going to read the Rob Lowe quote,
Okay.
and then the beginning will be, and Joe, this is a really important show because we want to make sure we've delivered on what I promise. That's all I'm going to lead in, and then you're just going to take it from there, and you're going to say, Andy, okay, so please make sure that you can convey your persona. Once he's done that, then we can critique it or whatever we need to do. Oh, here comes Rodney. Okay.
Yep.
That's the beginning. And then the middle is just all the other stuff. I've got the questions that we can ask everybody from Battle of the Rockies. And then the end is going to be basically that question I did about seven-year-old self and 70-year-old self. And then I'm sure Ray has something that he has to talk about because he always does.
Ray
then you
has
guys-
something to get
Does
off
Dave
his chest.
does Dave need to get a hat or change his shirt, or is he just going with what's wrong right now?
What? I got my bike shirt on.
No, that smock you have on, that painter smock, and you're
It's his
what, are
Perry
you chopping wood all day or something?
Jim Buffett shirt.
Joe, do you see my background? I figured out how to change my
I
background.
do.
It's you as RL.
I do.
Hello,
So
hello,
great.
Rodney. Welcome to the green room. We're just
Hello, I'm
Just
actually
pop
trying
up.
to
Hey,
blur
Rodney.
my background right now.
okay. Good. You're doing green room stuff. That's perfect. So, Joe, I feel that's good. And then the beatbox segment is going to be the last thing. I have not even thought about it. I thought when you mentioned it, I thought, okay, I'll spend some time on that. I have not. So,
Plan is who can do the best impression of Dave doing 30 seconds of beatboxing.
who will be the timer for that? Because I think that's good. If someone else can just time it.
Ha ha ha! Stick him! Stick him!
Ray,
Stick him! Stick him!
Oh my gosh, Andy's
Ray,
gonna
you
kill it.
look 90 degrees off right now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I
god.
I think we've got Andy's
we'll
new
go with this.
persona. He's the beat boy. He's a beat pandemic.
It's the Fat Boys.
It might be. Yeah, Ray,
did
I
you
think
fall
you
in?
might
What
have to.
happened?
I think you might have to add, like, if you can use text me those, and I'm going to make them squares for you, and then
It's
I'll
all right.
lower them.
It's
Okay.
okay. We're all right. We're fine.
All
That's
we
good
needed
enough.
was
You can see the
riff.
hammer thing. It's
Yeah,
people know.
Ray's head between a pair of like two sets of boobs.
Look at RL's arm. I think he was doing the old, like, putting his arm behind the bicep to make it look bigger.
I
like that.
think he was too. But he didn't hold the fence in that power mower.
Right.
I don't know, man.
So, and then sometime towards the end, I have a real problem with Dave, like a real, like, not like a joke problem,
You're not
a
talking
real
about
problem.
from last night
But
when I
then-
had a. You're not talking
Yeah,
about last
but
night.
you know what? I had a night to sleep on it, and I'm 80% sure that you guys are just messing with me, and I think Joe's in on it, because when I
What?
wrote to Joe about it, he was just like, "Yeah, remind me about it tomorrow." He wasn't doing his
Wait.
typical, "Wait, I want to know. You got to tell me that." Like, I have a feeling you guys are just messing with me because it's such a weird thing to do. I don't think you would actually do it. So I'm calling bullshit on it right now. So
Wait a second. I get it. You have every reason to suspect that there's
Yeah,
something going
well-
on, but I don't know the context here.
What are you
This
talking
is
about,
the-
Ray?
the thing that you were last night when you called me after our Zoom call, you called me to talk about some stuff, and then you were like, "Oh, I gotta go. I gotta mail something." And
Oh
I'm
wait,
like,
and
"Oh,
wait, stop. Just can I finish? Because Ray's like, what do you mean you have to go? You have to go for what? You're gonna leave me hanging? Like I'm the legend. I'm Large Ray. What do you got? What's so
Right.
important? I'm like, I gotta.
I
know
wanted
what's
to
posted.
know." It sounded like you were trying to get rid of me, and then
No,
because I'll
I
just talk to you all
realized-
night,
Oh,
and you were going
Joe.
somewhere to.
I
I think what
overpromised
you
and I'm
told me-
under delivering.
I
Because
think what you told me you were going to do, I think you and Joe are just up to some nonsense, because
what did you
No,
tell
I don't
him,
think
Dave?
you would. I don't think you would ever do something like that, Dave. That's like out of character for you, and I think you guys are just messing with.
Dave,
I
what
told-
did you even say?
No, it's not something I said. I just had to do. I was in a pinch. I was in
That's
a
yeah. This is so fake. Joe, he's full of. You guys are dumb. I'm not.
Wait,
I'm gullible, but not that gullible.
Okay, let's just put this to rest for now.
Dave,
We need to
did
start the show.
you
It's
intentionally hang up on Ray?
I told him that I had to go because there's a okay. So do you want to hear the whole long story or you want to hear the short version? Because the show's going to start in.
I want to hear the
10
real
seconds.
version. I want to hear the real.
the real
version.
version.
I will. I want to know the real version. I mean, we can wait till later. You can do it at the end.
Well, who else is coming on? Because at 12.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed hanging out, checking out the green room. Now, Lee Ramsdale's about to join. So go hit the link that you see and check out the full episode.